everybody, it's your boy, BigSipho, chilling on it. Got a rant today. Finally, decided to go ahead and do the video. I've been wanting to do the video for like 3 days, but I finally calmed down enough to be able to do it. I was upset. Still upset, you know. Progress again. But we're talking Eagles today. There's a lot of stuff that they need to fix, and it's not a lot. You know, to me, you know, it's not really the defense that needs to be worked on. I mean, it needs to be worked on. They showed they need to tackle better. That's for one. They need to work on tackling. Work on tackling. You know, it's just the fundamentals. But at the same time, I look at the defense. It's just a brand new defense. This is a brand new defense with a brand new defensive scheme. Brand new players put on me. What he had with 1, 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 returning players from last year that was on the team. I mean, starters on the defense out of 11 man. I mean, come on now. Really, we're not going to be in sync. We hope to be in sync, but we're not going to be in sync. It's going to take time, practice, all that. But even with that being said, the whole thing of this whole deal is, my opinion is play calling. If you don't call correctly on the offense, defense can't do what they're supposed to do. The defense that we have right now is built to have a lead behind them, and they can come at you. They can fly at the ball. They can make you throw interceptions. They can make you go 3 and out quickly because they're coming. They're not meant to have a 3-point lead and expect to stop it. That's not how the defense is built to go. True enough, they should, but that's not how it's supposed to be done. It's just like the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts defense is not good, but they're good enough with a lead to beat you. They're not good like the Jets defense. Jets defense is built to stop you from play one, to give their offense opportunities to put points on the board. So they create points off of their defense versus, which is flipped for us. We put points on the offense to create matchups for the defense. That's how it's all said. You gotta realize that. People, you gotta realize that. I'm upset too. I hate to see this 1 and 3 trash that we put on the deal, but at the same time, you have to look at what we got going on. But the thing is, play calling. In the last 4 games, let's take all 4 games to be, you know, to go in record. All 4 games. You can't sit here and have a 10-point lead, 20-point lead, and going into the 4th quarter, and you mean to tell me in this situation, your best attribute is not touching the ball? I'm sorry. Vic ain't the best attribute that we have on the team. Number 2-5 is the best attribute we have on the team in a situation like that. Coming from behind, Vic is the best thing we got. Vic number 10, number 18. But when we have the lead going into the 4th, take the ball out of Vic's hands and give it to the man that's supposed to lead us to that victory. Don't sit here and go 3 and out 3 times and give a team that really doesn't have what it takes to have all the talent that they need to beat us. Come back and beat us. You give them the whole 4th quarter to do. What if we would have just handed the ball off, took off 3 minutes a drive, whether we punted or not? That's 3 extra minutes that they didn't have on the clock. But because we threw the ball every time and went 3 and out, they kept that 3 minutes and was able to put two drives together. Same thing in the Atlanta game. Same difference. You cannot give a team opportunity when you have a knockout punch at your disposal. You give the ball to McCoy and you run the ball down their throat until they stop it. It's not saying that they wasn't going to stop you before, but I guarantee that drive, whether it be 3 and out, I guarantee 2 to 3 minutes is gonna be ran off before we punt the ball. 2 or 3 minutes is gonna be ran off the clock. We still up by 20 points. But 2 or 3 minutes is gonna be instead of 15, it's now down to 11. It's now down to 12. They go down there and score. Okay, cool. We come back. We keep handing the ball. That's another 3 minutes. We mix it in, but the majority of the whole play calling, the whole mindset is the run clock. The way you run the clock is not hurrying up and scoring points in a minute. Screw that. The way you run the clock is you eat the clock by you using your workhorse. Last 2 games, not counting this game because they didn't give him the ball. Last 2 games prior to this, McCoy had 120 yards going into the 3rd quarter. And you stop handing the ball? What is that? This is how you win games. This is how you call games. Bump all that exciting. We want exciting football play. At the end of the day, the average fan wants a W. He wants his team to have a W. Bump all that whether they score 38 points or they score 10 points. The average fan wants their team to have the W. Bump all that other stuff. You want high-scoring games? Go to arena football. Arena football is right. They score 60 points a game. Go arena football. You want to see a bunch of high scoring. Here, you manage the game. You win games that you're supposed to win. The last 3 games we were supposed to win. We were supposed to beat the Giants. But because we didn't manage the clock and gave the Giants all 2 quarters to score as many points they did. Same thing in Atlanta. We didn't manage the clock. We didn't handle in the 4th quarter. McCoy didn't touch the ball again until it was too late. When McCoy touched it after we was behind, that's stupid. When we was up by 20, McCoy didn't touch the ball at all in San Francisco against San Francisco. Between our 2 running backs, we had 12 carries, 18 yards. But yeah, old Vic had 400 yards passing, plus 80 yards rushing. Vic is not supposed to average no more than 300 yards passing. Maybe 40 yards rushing, just because if a play breakdown. But your running back is supposed to be putting up 100 yards. He's a beast. McCoy is a monster. We don't give him the ball. Andy, it's been 13 years. This is it. After this, there's no more Andy Reid. We want Bill Cowher. We want somebody that's going to pound that ball. That's going to bring an atmosphere of we want pounding of the ball. Who cares if the fans want, the NFL wants 38 to 35. Screw that. We want W's. The fans want W. We want our team to win. We don't care how they win. We want them to win. So if you put us in a situation where we up by 20 points, 10 points going into the 4th quarter, you make sure we win that game by calling plays. I can't. They say, well, the offensive line ain't holding. Bump all that. McCoy been averaging 100 yards a game. They've been doing something. It's the decision making that we put Vic in is real. I mean, I take a play right here. Everybody say, "Oh, Vic keep getting hit." Here's a play right here against the 49ers. It was 3rd and 5. He calls Hut. 49ers jump off sides. It's a free play. Instead of him going deep and just chunking it down the field, this dude takes a hit. Unnecessary hit by himself. That wasn't his offensive line. His offensive line heard the whistle. They gonna stop. He supposed to throw it down the field. And hey, if it get picked, oh well. Or if DJ catch it or Mac can catch it, cool. We decline, 1st and goal or whatever. You don't sit there and take no hit and then get up to, oh, it's still 1st down. Man, bump that. That was a hit that he shouldn't have took. I can't fault the offensive line. They doing what they can. When your running back is averaging 100 yards a game, they doing what they supposed to do. They don't know how long Vic gonna sit back there. We say we're running a West Coast offense. West Coast offense is not letting your receiver run 15 yards down the field and then throw the ball to him. That's not a West Coast offense. West Coast is 5 yards, get the ball out of your hands. Why do you think McNabb threw a lot of passes in the dirt? Because it's a West Coast offense. He's throwing 5-yard slants He's throwing 5 yards out. So they're going to be low to the ground. You got to grab him and go. But when he threw it deep, where was he going? Going down the field, deep. But a true West Coast offense is dinking and dunking. Not 15 yards down the field and hope that my quarterback can sit in the pocket long enough to throw the ball. Bump that. Bump that. This is it for Andy. Andy, if we don't get it done this year, and the defense, I'm going to touch on the defense just a second. If we don't get it done this year, Andy, Jeff Lurie, Howard Grossman, Andy got to ride. That's it. If you can ride my boy McNabb out of here, after great seasons, you can ride Andy up out of here. Because Andy, now you see, when McNabb was there, McNabb was making plays, getting us there. McNabb was putting us in there. Now you see, without McNabb, what's happening? The same thing. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. McNabb got us to the bowl. Not off of play calling. McNabb got us to the bowl. Now you see what play calling is. Now Vic is Vic. He's the same quarterback he's been. He ain't changed. But now it's play calling. Now we're gonna touch on a little on the defense. You know, everybody say we need a linebacker. I think we do as well. I really think we need a little bit more stout in the middle, but you got to think about it. That front seven is supposed to be built on speed. You can't get a big guy like a Jeremiah Trotter or somebody like that to run in the middle, because he has to be able to be fast enough to go cover your Stuart Bradley. We should have got rid of him. We should have kept Stuart Bradley. Stuart Bradley would fit this offense, this defense. Stuart Bradley really fit our set. But it is what it is on that. You know, Stuart, it is what it is. But the thing about it is, we need to be able to understand that we need to be able to understand that when it comes down to it, we should have traded Asante Samuel. I know people gonna give me flack on it. Oh no, we should. We're playing out of position. DRC is out of position. Nandi is out of position. Asante is out of position. The safeties are out of position. We can't play sound football when dudes don't know the position they're playing. I mean, this dude, you look at the Victor Cruz touchdown that Nandi got caught on. This dude switched to a safety. So now it's just like he's used to playing a safety. A safety is not going to sit here and play press coverage. But see, because he's used to playing press coverage, his mind is to let the receiver get to him and get close to that receiver. When really, instead, there's that safety supposed to see it happening and hit it from deep. Supposed to hit it and go. But because Nandi is truly a cornerback and a press cornerback on top, a man cornerback on top of that, he's gonna let the receiver get close to him so he can man him up. But he's in a safety position. Stupid. Put your people in the right position. Trade Asante, get a quality linebacker, and we go from there. I mean, put the guys in their natural positions and let them play. We wouldn't have these problems if everyone was playing in their natural positions. Everyone's out of position because we want to be all this high powered, bring pressure from anywhere and bump all it. We're playing too. We got the defense basically. The defense is basically too complicated. Simplify the defense. We'll be right on time. We'll be right on schedule right now. Simplify the defense. The defense is too complicated. It's too many things going on in the secondary and the linebackers and this for everyone that's brand new to the system to learn. Simplify it. Put your people in their positions and let them play. from where they know how to play it. And as time goes, add something new to them. But right now, put them in that natural position. When you got DRC in there, Asante needs to sit it down. We need to let him ride, get us a quality number 1, quality number 2 for next year, and roll out from here. If you're not gonna have Mike Vick do a bootleg, bring Vince Young in the game, make him run a bootleg, get that 1 yard. I mean, don't sit here and if you're not gonna run the ball, run the ball. That's the whole thing. Run the ball. We should be 4-0 right now if we would have ran the ball all throughout the game. And Andy Reid in one of his interviews talking about, I want to limit McCoy's touches to 19 to 20. For what? For what? This dude gained muscle to be able to run these dudes over. You see how fast he's hitting the hole. But what y'all have to do is tell him, at some point, there ain't no reason to bounce. Hit it. Hit the hole. You ain't got to bounce around all the time like Barry Sanders. You can do it. That's gravy. But sometimes, hit the hole and push the pile. You big enough. You strong enough. But the only reason why he don't do it is because they don't give him the ball. They can't teach him this stuff if they ain't using him. But like I said, man, I'm up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Big fight. I'm getting agitated right now. Just thinking about it. But I get at y'all in a minute. Talkin Eagles. Ain't Ren. You call it. You name it. It is what it is. I'm out of here. Peace out.